Hello again, Menno here. Now this is a video about what to do when you're using mixed monolith, your DAW does not support post-fader insert positions, and you've got pre-existing automation. It's a very easy situation to handle, and there's some cool stuff you can do. So let's get into this. All right, so here we have a song, lots of automation, as you can see, and on all of our automated tracks, the mixed monolith is in the very last post-fader insert slot position, as it should be, right? But like I was saying, what if your DAW doesn't support post-fader inserts? What if all you have is pre-fader inserts? Okay, well, as you know, working with the monolith in that situation, you zero out your faders, and the mixed monolith goes in the very last pre-fader insert slot position after all of your other plugins. Well, that's not going to work for the automation channels because let's move this up. Okay, this is Cubase that supports both. This is pre-fader, this is post-fader. So in this situation, it's not going to work because as the signal comes in, mixed monolith is learning and adjusting and setting that signal right at the proper level plane, but then the signal continues on out. It hits the DAW fader that has automation, and that DAW fader is now moving the signal around and just moving it off of the level plane, the proper level plane. So it kind of defeats the purpose. Well, not a problem, an easy fix. This is what we're going to do. So all we're going to do is we're going to copy the information from our DAW fader to a plugin fader. That's it. I'm sure you have a channel strip. Let's bring one up here. Let's go to Powered Plugins, Mono. You know, let's use an API, okay? So that's it. We're going to copy the information from here to here. A fader's a fader. Whatever volume changes here are going to be exactly the same here. And that's going to do two things. It's going to move the automation before mixed monolith. So mixed monolith is now last in the chain. It can learn, take the lead vocal and set it right on the level plane, the proper level plane. And secondly, it's going to give us the characteristics as if we were mixing through an API channel. Win-win. All right, so let's do that now. Let's go over here. So here's our edit window. Here is our lead vocal track. And here is the automation for the DAW fader of our vocal track, right? Let's bring this over. Now the first thing I want to do is I want to create automation for this channel. And the easiest way is to go. So we can now get rid of that. And here's our automation lane. We can turn that off. Grab this. We want to grab range. Grab our range up here. Whoops. All right. Copy. And paste. There you go. Now let's clean this up. We can lock this again. Turn this off. We only want this one. Let's clean up the ending here. Let's clean up the beginning. And there we go. Now our automation. Sentado en una astronave. There you go. Our automation is just on our DAW fader here, or excuse me, our plugin fader. So now we just have to go back over here. Where's our lead vocal? Make sure that this is zeroed. Okay, just like you normally would if you know, in a pre-fader situation or pre-insert slot situation. Let's bring up the mixed monolith, and all we have to do now is learn it. So let's go back here. Sentado en una astronave, cargado por sueños se ven. Okay, and boop, and now it's the applied gain has taken the this fader, the level, and put it at the proper level plane. That's it. Okay, so now we're good, and we no longer have to worry about this. We have now just transferred the automation from here to here. But now here's the really cool part. Who says fader automation has to be written on a fader? You know, it could be written on a volume knob, right? It's all just volume related. That means that Mix Monolith now allows you the freedom to not only copy your pre-existing fader automation over to any one of your channel strips to see which one sounds best, but you can copy that same fader automation over to anything with a volume knob. Any of your other plugins that has a volume knob. You know, a Manly Vox Box or a 1084, Neve 1084, or Trident A range, or anything with a volume knob. See, here, let's do it. All right, let's get rid of this guy. He's going to get rid of the automation when we do. All right, so he's gone. Now let's go in here and what should we choose? Let's do, well, you know, I was talking about the Trident. Let's go down there. Where are you at? There you go. Trident A range. All right, so now we're gonna use this as our channel strip. We don't have to touch anything else because we just want the signal flow to go through it. It'll pick up the characteristics of passing through this device, this plugin, as if it was a real world device. And then here's our automation. All right, let's do that. Let's go over here. All right, and we're back over here now. Okay, first thing we want to do, let's unlock that. Well, actually, no, first thing we need to write an automation. There, we've created an automation lane for the Trident. Let's go in and get rid of that schmutz there. All right, let's copy the range. Copy and paste. Clean that up. Yeah, let's lock this. I don't want that to get damaged in any way. That's the pre-existing automation that we want to keep, you know, for reference, or if we ever want to go back or whatever, just to have it. Okay, clean that up. And now, here's our automation. Sentado en una astronave, cargado por cool. So let's go back over and just do the same thing. Go back and learn, have Monolith learn, and it will take the, it probably won't change much at all, just like it didn't last time, but it's all about perfection, and it'll set this right on the level plane. Sentado en una astronave, cargado por... Oops, I forgot something. We got to make sure this is zeroed. All right, here we go. Sentado en una astronave, cargado pegaremos. Okay, I'm not going to do the whole thing, but yeah, barely changed at all because volume is volume. Whether it's this fader or the fader that was on a channel strip or this fader, this volume knob here, it's just now going to impart the characteristics, and they'll be subtle, but you know, you could just experiment and have fun. You know, who knows? Run it through. Use a Fairchild compressor. You know, set the compression to where it's at 0. You know, there's no compression going through, but yet the volume, the output is doing an experiment, and that's the beauty of COS Pro and Mix Monolith. You know, they give you the freedom to all of your mental faculties are now they're not spent fighting process. They're spent exploring creativity. And that's what it's all about. Because greatness cannot be found in the comfort zone. It does not exist there. Greatness does not exist within the comfort zone. You have to leave a comfort zone to find the greatest you. And when it comes to mixing and all that, when you do, the fear is what keeps us locked in a comfort zone. When we no longer fear leveling, when we know with Mix Monolith, when we no longer fear EQ with COS Pro, we're free to explore. And that's it. And just leave our comfort zone. We're not afraid to leave our comfort zone. And who knows what we'll find. So there you go. Mix Monolith with a DAW that has only, pre-fader inserts, and how you can take your pre-existing automation and just have fun with it. All right. Happy mixing. Queremos más y